guys like this is the problem. They're taking advantage of people that genuinely want help, and he's doing it for financial gain. All right, I'm going to go over a couple of videos later on of people just like this, specifically his business partner, that are conning people for money. All right, they're taking advantage of you, and this video is lie after lie after lie, and I'm going to break it down for you, and you're going to understand exactly what I'm talking about. And he's still lying. He's making more podcasts even after his apology, continuing to lie because it's about money. That's all it's about, is money. And there's very few pros to his arguments, and there's very few positives you can get out of it. I'll try my best to find them, but let's get into this. Please feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. This is my first video. We'll see how it goes.
To apologize because I fucked up, because I'm embarrassed and ashamed, because I lied and I misled a lot of people. I've stated that this is a complicated as fuck topic, at least to me it is, because before social
It's not that complicated. You just want money.
media, I was rich and anonymous, and after social media, I'm still rich, but no longer anonymous, and I never expected this kind of exposure in the public eye.
He more than expected it. He planned it. The leaked emails, I'll see if I have a picture. He says his goals of millions of followers. He says the date. So yeah, you expected it.
It's been tricky as fuck to navigate. Well,
and it's not tricky when you have a PR team.
Clearly, I did it wrong, and I'm here now to set the record straight. Yes, I've done steroids, and yes, I am on steroids, monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician.
I doubt it, but we'll let him get a little bit farther before I jump into that.
Liver King, the public figure, was an experiment to spread the message, to bring awareness to the 4,000 people a day who kill themselves. The 80,000 people a day that try to kill themselves. Our people are hurting at record rates with depression, autoimmune, anxiety, infertility, low ambition in life.
So you're concerned with people going through depression, and you decide to lie to them about testosterone when clearly testosterone replacement therapy is shown to help depression. Like it's beyond clear. I might go through this in a second, but I mean it's pretty clear that it helps. Of course, it's going to be in men where the testosterone's low, out of range. I'll talk a little bit more about that. Come on. I mean, it's over and over. Harvard. I don't know Harvard. I guess you can take Harvard's word for it. I mean, there's articles upon articles, and so you're going to lie about it.
Young men are hurting the most, feeling lost, weak, and submissive. So
they're feeling depressed, lost, and submissive. You're going to take testosterone, lie to them about it, obtain a physique that they cannot obtain unless they take the testosterone, and you think that's going to help their depression. Now, how's that going to help their depression? Oh, that's right. You're going to sell them supplements to get that body. So it's almost like you're selling them a lie, because you are. And it's not going to help their depression, because they're never going to achieve your physique, and their testosterone levels are never going to go to the range that they need to be to physically alter their depression chemically in their brain. It's just not going to happen. Taking this crap, come on, dude.
Made it my job to model, teach, and preach a simple, elegant solution called ancestral living, the 9 ancestral tenets, so our people no longer have to suffer, so we can collectively express our highest and most dominant form. This is my fight. This is why I exist. While spreading the message, I've been on several podcasts, and when asked if I've ever taken steroids, I've always said no. I don't touch this stuff, not gonna touch this stuff, never touch this stuff. That was a lie.
We know.
I've convinced myself that this had nothing to do with the ancestral message. I convinced myself that I'm not...
You convinced yourself that making, how much? $100 million a year selling this crap based on how you look, that's worth it. That I mean, I get it. I get it. That's worth lying to all of the millions of followers that you have on a daily basis.
Not a competitive athlete of any kind, so who the fuck am I cheating? I convinced myself
You're cheating everyone that buys this garbage.
that this topic was a placeholder for a far more important conversation. I convinced myself that this would overshadow the 36 years of working out, usually twice a day, without PEDs.
And he clearly works his ass off. I'll give him that. I mean, anyone that follows this guy can see that he works his butt off. So that's great. But if you're going to be telling men and women to do this, that just literally cannot keep up with that. I mean, they're not going to be able to. A 40-year-old man that's not on TRT with, I would say, low to average testosterone, even average to high, you're not going to be able to work out like this guy twice a day. I mean, come on, man. That's not possible. And again, this stuff is not going to help you work out twice a day like this guy. Whether you turn out looking
I've
like
convinced myself that this was the vocal minority, usually in the fitness category, driving to an unproductive conversation. And I had convinced myself that this would be the wrong message to send to the 15-year-old boys. So I continually dismissed it, and I dug myself into a bigger and deeper hole. I have only myself to blame. I did that.
I think he mentioned something about 15-year-old boys. I guess that's a pro that you're not mentioning you're on testosterone. You don't want a 15-year-old to think he should be on testosterone. Maybe that's a stretch.
And it was all wrong. I will be better. I will talk about it openly because I believe that there's a time and a place for pharmacological intervention monitored and managed by a trained hormone physician. In 2021, when I was 43 years old, I didn't feel 100% physically or cognitively. So I went to get monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician to see what the fuck was going on with my life.
I would love to see a before and after picture, a before picture of this time frame when he allegedly was not on all of this.
And so yes, it's true. I have tried several peptide combinations in an effort to increase my growth hormone, and it didn't work, meaning that my levels still remained below the normal level. So yes, it's also true that I've tried pharmaceutical grade growth hormone, and I finally found success in managing.
Notice he said pharmaceutical grade growth hormone. So he's aware that there's other forms of growth hormone. So you don't have to pay $11,000 a month for growth hormone. He knows that there's generic versions of growth hormone that's cheaper, and some people can say, not as good, which I don't quite agree with, but he's aware of that. So just keep that in mind, the words he's using with some of this stuff.
Therapeutic levels in the normal range. Yes, this is true. I've continued on with 0.6 cc's of testosterone per week, roughly 120 milligrams of testosterone a week.
0.6 cc's. 0.6. Not 0.5, not 1. He knows specifically that's what he needs to take. So, okay, maybe a clinician told him that, or maybe he's a little bit more experienced than he's letting on.
And no, I don't take any other steroids like Nandrolone or Winstrol, but I have tried them in the past without success.
This is the biggest lie of the entire video. Okay. So he's taking I'll give him some benefit of the doubt. So 0.6 cc's of Deca per week. We'll say anywhere from 200 to 300 milliliters. So he's taking somewhere between 100 to 100, a little over 150, 160 milligrams per week. Been using this for so he probably hasn't really felt it yet, I guess. But here's the thing: Deca and Winstrol, bro, you're lying through your teeth, man. Anyone that even tries those, they work. Like, they clearly work. I mean, please find someone that says they don't have success with those. And then Winstrol, 50 milligrams a day? Bro, that's bodybuilder dosages, and that's probably a lot for someone teaching the ancestral lifestyle. 50 milligrams, that you're going to feel that day one. And you've been taking it for 3 weeks? No wonder you look ripped. Come on, dude. This dude is lying.
Yes, it's also true that my blood chemistry got all fucked up while taking nandrolone and Winstrol.
That's okay, because cholesterol doesn't matter. LDL, who cares about that, right?
My lipids got all deranged. My liver enzymes went.
He's said on multiple podcasts he doesn't even know his cholesterol. So he lied about blood work. So what he's telling you about blood work, he obviously doesn't believe because he's checking it himself.
Sky high, which is why clinical oversight is an absolute must. Nope. The Liver King brand has had nothing, or at least very little, to do with my business success. My companies were already kicking ass, already successful before the Liver King public figure, growing at 50% year over year and still growing at the same pace after the Liver King.
Because I'm sure gaining 1 million followers on Instagram alone is not going to help sell this crap. Had no effect.
Public figure.
Lie.
Nope. I've never had ab implants, ab etching, or any other plastic surgery, and I sure as fuck never actually had gene editing done in Singapore. I made all of that up. It was all intended to be a joke, and that's an expression of ancestral intent. Have a little goddamn fun. Ultimately, why did I, or why do I do them? When I talk about the 85% of the population that suffers from self-esteem issues, that's me. I'm part of that statistic. This is why I fucking work myself to death in the gym. This is why I do 12 to 15 blood-burning workouts a week, just to feel like I'm okay. Still, I have to absolutely crush myself to do so, and I'm wrecked physically and cognitively, and hormone replacement has helped in a profound and significant way. And still, I believe that the path to paradise is paved in fucking hell.
I don't know what that means.
I previously have said in a weird way, I'm grateful for the recent events that have shed light on this complicated as fuck topic.
Yeah, man, you get more followers. That's amazing. Be grateful, dog. Be grateful.
I knew I needed to take this opportunity to openly discuss everything for me to be a better human.
You've had like 100 podcasts. You could have took the opportunity. Gosh, man.
If there are any questions that remain unanswered, send them my way.
Oh, I have
I
some questions.
fully own that I fucked up. I am as sorry as a man can be. And all I can do is take extreme ownership right now, be better, and lead myself to a better life as a better human. Again, thank you to everyone for the support, the criticism, the love, the hate, and above all else, the loyalty.
Oh, it's all criticism.
Liver King.
I got you. Bro, I got your back. Criticism, it's coming. Real quick, one last video we got to look at. So this was posted 8 hours ago. This is a podcast talking about this apology, talking about everything that come out.
Dealer, this guy didn't supply anything.
So everyone knows that the Vigorous Steve came out as the coach with this email, sent all this stuff. So this is his response to basically everything coming out.
I was being monitored, and I had an actual hormone clinic and a clinician that was over. And so here's the problem is.
So allegedly, so I guess he's saying he had a clinician that is having some oversight with all of this. Okay.
Like, my blood chemistries were fucked up.
Again.
And I actually needed help, you know, and this is why it's so important. If you're going to touch
Lipids do matter.
any of this shit, or if you're on any shit, get managed by an actual professional, because my
It's crazy how it goes from LDL cholesterol doesn't matter. Who cares about cholesterol? Who cares about lipid panels? Don't fully trust a doctor to. Please get it checked. Please see a clinician. Have some oversight on this. And I get it. I mean, at least he's telling the truth now. That you definitely should.
lipids were all fucked up. My liver enzymes were high.
Yeah, no shit. Your lipids are fucked up. You're taking 50 milligrams of Winstrol a day, you idiot. And there's no clinician telling you to take 50 milligrams of Winstrol a day. That not in America.
So
Not a real one.
I sent to this guy, this coach, and I sent an email to Derek.
I saw that. Yeah.
I sent it to Derek has had this for a year and a half.
Yeah, that's funny.
Anyways, looking for help. Hey, what do I need to do? Because my current clinician, I felt like, what's it going to hurt if I get some more opinions? Yeah. These guys know this shit. Let me reach out to these guys. So I enlisted his help. He helped me out for a while, but I'll tell you, he never fucking refunded my money. That's where. And listen, I'm not asking for the money back. To me, it's like, okay, he did what he did. Derek did what he did. Like, now I'm in a position again. I'm not apologizing because I got caught. I'm apologizing because what I did was wrong. Sure. Getting caught. This is my reality. I'm facing my reality. They helped me come to my reality. They're helping me express my truest self.
All right, so it's time for us to come to the reality and get this video closed up. So the pros of all of this happening is that there's people like this out there. You know that there's charlatans like this guy, his business partner, that just want your money. They just want to take advantage of you to sell this crap, to get followers. And it just doesn't make any sense. But like when this guy gets caught, everything else comes out talking about how doesn't even care about fiber. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. If you want to live longer, fiber is like at least in the top 3 things you should be looking at. All the stuff of not caring about lipids, he's going back on that. LDL cholesterol, are you kidding me? His business partner's probably more pissed that he's saying that than he's actually coming out as being on steroids. And then the whole backstory of saying that it's all about depression. Yeah, I mean, I can totally believe that if you're depressed. I would like to see some blood work, but I'm sure you were depressed in your 40s if that's the way you felt. And that's a great reason to go on testosterone replacement therapy. It clearly works. I mean, there's meta-analysis. There's plenty of studies you can look at. And the same goes for women. And I mean, it's more than just depression. I mean, let's find the one with okay, here we go. So, I mean, you can read that yourself. There's more than just depression that it helps. And yes, I will say 0.6 cc's is probably, I know he doesn't list the milligrams. I think he does that on purpose, but there's no way a clinician is looking at all this stuff. And I'm sure Vigorous Steve saw this first. IGF-1 LR3, and then he's complaining that his IGF levels aren't high. If you've been taking it for a year, yeah, no shit, they're not going to be high. Like, you got to take a break, man. Like, the sensitivity on that stuff, you're not fully grasping it. And then you're also trying to tell your body to produce more HGH on top of taking HGH. Yeah, pharmaceuticals probably a little bit better. And Omnitrope, like, that's not making a lot of sense. And then you're like, it's obvious why you're jacked. It's obvious why you did all this. I mean, you're making a killing, bro. I really don't blame you. And looking at this stuff, I mean, Winstrol, yeah, it's a Schedule 3. DECA, again, it's a Schedule 3 because it's steroid. And then these are the only ones, some of the few that are actually, I guess, technically able to be prescribed. So the legalities of this email is really where these selections come from. I don't believe this for a second that this is all that he was taking. He was taking more. And the dosages are probably lower than the truth. I would bet a lot of money on that. This was planned, and it's sad that this is what it has to come to, but I mean, this guy is just, he's quite ridiculous, but that's the way it goes, I guess. That's in the video. Please like and subscribe to the video. Comment anything you got, any kind of criticisms, what you think about the Liver King. I would love to hear if you think he really is just doing this for the money, or if he has some genuine motives that, are good for society. I don't know.